Welcome, my name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. We're getting into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mods. Hondo Ohnaka. Hondo was first introduced in the TV series Clone Wars. We see him again in Rebels. We see him again. Did we see him in Bad Batch? I'm trying to remember. If we did, it would have been briefly. I'm kind of thinking, no, we did not. I'm surprised we didn't see him in Skeleton Crew. That was crazy. But yeah, so he's a pirate. If you go to my first video in my mods playlist of my channel, I definitively define the various different types of the character roles, as well as the various different types of mods, and what it is they are explaining what it is they are doing, and explaining what it is we are doing when we put the mods onto certain types of characters. Hondo is a support character. He is a mercenary, a pirate, scoundrel, smuggler. Clearly not a leader, which is weird, because he was leading in Clone Wars. He did kind of get punked out, to be fair. And he is neutral. He's neither light side or dark side. And this is kind of a common case in a lot of, with a number of Star Wars characters. You know, for a brief time. Well, no, never mind. I was going to say Han kind of was, but no, he definitely has always been against the Empire. Even though he worked for them briefly, but he had his own agenda. So, scratch that. But there are a number of characters that are kind of, they're neither for or against. If there's a chance to profit off of someone's war, they're just simply there for that. And that is definitely Hondo Ohnaka. He's an opportunist. Let's put it that way. So, if you go to the online website, swgoh.gg, the website recommends modding him with speed and health. So does the in-game tips. For some weird reason, I had him at triple health when I first walked in, and I'm trying to figure out where I got that from. But I switched, I changed it up before I started the video here. Because I know I wouldn't have modded him up like that if I didn't have a reason. But, you know, that's the thing. You can always kind of play around with the mods and see what does what or how it affects them. Given that he is a support character, and in this case, apparently not a leader, but he can kind of lead from within the squad. So there's two different types of support characters. There's the one that's going to lead up front, almost guaranteed, but then there's the ones who can lead from within the squad, with like the intel information they have, or skill sets, their experience. If you're familiar with the characters and their stories, then that part kind of helps understand what it is that makes them the type of characters that they are. Hondo does have some experience. He does lead up some situations in the show. I mean, he could very well be a leader, and I'm surprised they didn't actually give him that chance here. It looks like EA Games even punked him out of that too, just like his fellow pirates did. But, poor Hondo, just always being bullied. Anyways, I'm just kidding. But yeah, modding him with speed and health as a support character, it just kind of amplifies his ability to support. If anything, that's basically what you've done. You might, with the speed and the health, you have cross-trained him to also suffice as a tank protector to the squad. So, because he's going to move a little bit quicker, and you can still focus on protecting, on the health, on the protection of himself and the squad members. So that is kind of a tank-like feature. That is something he will be doing. So, he's supporting like a tank, in that sense. That is Hondo Ohnaka's mods for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below. And thank you for following. May the Force be with you.